You might have seen this quote floating around on social media and in Instagram reels that my only competition is myself. I don't compete with anyone. And you know what? This quote is fundamentally wrong. It will stop you from improving in life. Let me tell you a story of mine. When I was in my 7th grade, there was a friend of mine whose name was Gamma. Yes, his name was Gamma, like the Alpha Beta Gamma. He has two big sisters whose names are Alpha and Beta. His father was a mathematician, and that's why he named all his kids like Alpha, Beta, and Gamma. So this Gamma guy, he was a very good student. I wasn't, and I wasn't in my 7th grade. I could have been if I like studied hard, but I wasn't like motivated to study hard. But he was like one of my good friends. Like he became one of my good friends in that 7th grade, and I kind of started like feeling jealous. Like why the fuck is he studying so hard? Like I can also do that. He is working so hard. He is studying so hard. Why can't I do that? I can also do the same, right? So I started devoting more and more time to studies. And you know what? I kind of become a good student. Like I kind of like started gaining 85-90% percentages in my exams, and that kind of baffled me. Like I had this potential, but it didn't come out until and unless I competed with that person. And it was a healthy competition. It wasn't like, oh, you are getting more marks than me, then I should punch you. You're winning from me, then I should punch you. No, bro. It was like, yeah, I respect you. You're working really hard, but I can do better than you. Like, let us two compete and let us see who is scoring more marks. And I had this kind of healthy competition in my school with my friends regarding studies. So I kind of became a very good student after that, because I competed with like 3 or 4 of my friends on marks, on percentages, and how hard we can study, how much time we can devote to studies. You might have seen this too when like any kind of sports meet or any kind of sports event in your school or college. You would be like motivated, you would be like riled up to compete. You know why? Because men are like fundamentally motivated by competition. They're like very egoistical creatures, and they want to like to be better than others. But a problem arises is when you start comparing yourself with others. Comparison is bad, competition is good. Competition is good for you as it leads to substantial, a large amount of self-improvement. But when you like start comparing yourself, you like start seeing that guy has this thing and that's why he's succeeding, and you can't. And you know what? This comes only through growth mindset. Like there are two kinds of people when you see a like shirtless picture of a like really ripped and good looking guy on social media. There are two kinds of people. First kind of people see that, oh, he must be taking steroids. Oh, he must be having much more money than I am. He must be getting his food really good because he has more money than me. He has more privileges than me. And there is a second kind of person. Fuck. He's like, fuck man. If he can do this, if that guy can like have this kind of ripped physique, why can't I? And you know what kind of guy you should aspire to be? The second kind. The guy with the growth mindset who sees that other person and wants to be like him or even beat him. I would like to aspire to beat someone. I wouldn't like to aspire to be like someone. And that is a good thing. You know why? Because that will motivate you, like that you will have a goal in your life that you need to beat this person. And for that you need to like do more hard work than that person. For example, that person is like exercising for about 3 or 4 days a week. So you go and start exercising 6 days a week because you want to be better than him. And there is nothing wrong with that. The problem here is that if you compare with him, like if you become the first kind of person and you compare with him, oh, he's getting so much privileges, I don't have that kind of money. He's getting so many offers, I don't have that kind of influence. Like, the moment you start comparing, competition becomes the worst thing for you. And if you can stop, if you just stop comparing yourself with others, if you compare yourself only with your like previous version and compete with everyone, then only you are going to improve. So like, don't think that competition is bad. Most of the men do, like most of the people are told, oh no, don't compete with your older self, you're better than your older self. Yeah, that would be obvious. Like you should compare with your older self, but you should compete with other people, because it will lead to substantial self-improvement in you. It will lead to substantial self-growth. And you won't experience that kind of self-growth until and unless you start competing with everyone. So compete, don't compare. So that's it for today's video, and if you like today's video, subscribe to us, because here we help young men become the best version of themselves. So see you in another video, and until then, have a great time.